Hi everybody. Hello. As promised yesterday, I'm going to talk about makeup brushes today and how to clean them and take care of them. And I'll try to keep this not too long, but there's a lot of great information I want to share with you. I've got some notes, so I'll be looking over here so I don't forget. But I know all of us have favorite makeup brushes that we use, right? And some of us clean our brushes probably on a normal schedule. Some of us, I know you're out there, and I've been this person also too, that may have that favorite 10-year-old makeup brush that we're still using, that we're not even cleaning regularly, and the brush is probably way too old to be using anyway. So today we're going to talk about how to clean our brushes, what kind of brushes you may want to think about using, and because I look at it as an investment. You're going to be using these brushes for a while. You want them to last, so you want to clean them and take care of them, right? All right, so I'm kind of a messy artist, so I love my brushes. I love to play with makeup colors and all of that, so it's kind of fun. So I'm going to talk about the brushes that we offer at Lemongrass, which are just amazing brushes. I love them. Before Lemongrass Spa, I was using whatever I could find out in the store, and I didn't even really know that I didn't use them like a tool, because they really are tools, because your face is kind of like a canvas that you're painting when you put makeup on, and the makeup brushes are your tools. Well, before I was just using the same brush for probably everything, but now I'm realizing, we have brushes that are angled, right? Like in Lemongrass Spa, like to go with the angle of your face. We have fluffy brushes like this one. We have dense, really dense brushes like that one. And all of my brushes are dirty, by the way, so I'm gonna clean a couple of them today. But I'm realizing now that they really are tools. You need to use the right brush for the right makeup that you're putting on, and then you need to clean and take care of them. All right, so brushes, of course, are breeding grounds for bacteria. That's why you need to clean them. They are perfect little places for bacteria to get in there and kind of start growing. And then, of course, as you're using that brush that may be a little bit dirty, that has some bacteria in it, you've got bacteria on your brush. Then, of course, you're going to put makeup on your face, so now you've got the bacteria on your face. And if you take your makeup and you take this brush that's not so clean and you put it on your makeup, right, now you've put bacteria that's on your brush. Now it's in your makeup too, so now it can start growing there. And then you put it on your face. Now you've got bacteria in 3 different places, so you don't want to do that. You don't want to be transferring the dirty brush and the dirty bacteria. So you want to clean your brushes, so when you stick it in your makeup, it keeps your makeup clean, and then of course it keeps your face clean, your skin, which is really important, so you don't break out and get acne and things like that. Sometimes some of the acne that you may be experiencing may not always be hormonal or whatever. It might be because of your brushes being dirty and not taking good care of them. So let's talk today about that. So we need to take care of our brushes. And of course, if you have a brush that's like it's not holding its shape anymore, like this is a good one. It's an angled blush brush from Lemongrass. It's got its shape really well. But I have a kabuki brush that's kind of getting out there, not quite so round anymore. I've been using this a long time. Love this brush. This is what I use for my Sheer Minerals foundation. You might want to think about replacing it when it starts not holding its shape anymore. And after you clean your brush, you always want to reshape it, and we'll talk about that later as we clean our brushes. All right, so a good rule of thumb is, if you have with your brushes, is for a face brush, like anything you use, cheeks, foundation, whatever, face brushes, you're going to want to clean once a month. Eye brushes, like this one, this is my eyeshadow brush, you're going to want to do every 2 weeks. So face once a month, eyes every 2 weeks. Hi, Jennifer. The eyes, the reason you want to do those is because you're around your eyes, and you may have some bacteria in your brush. You want to keep them clean because they're around your eyes, and that's super, super important that you keep your brushes clean. So once a month, face, and eyes every 2 weeks. That's one thing. If you don't remember anything else about today's video, that's how you clean them. The other thing I want to talk about is synthetic brushes versus animal hair brushes. Now, of course, Lemongrass Spa, we only sell synthetic brushes. Hi, Jane. We do not carry animal hair brushes because we are cruelty free. So I'm really happy that we have synthetic brushes that are so soft and wonderful, and they're great little tools for your makeup, but they are cruelty free because we do not, do anything with animals for our brushes. We actually have Taklon bristles, which are really soft, and bamboo handles, which are sustainable. They're going to last you a long, long time. So when you invest in our brushes, they're going to last you a long time. All you got to do is just remember to clean them and take care of them, and you're going to really love these brushes. I actually won an 8-piece a brush set from my director as a little contest we were doing, and I was not using Lemongrass Spa brushes up to that point. I was just using my old ones, and I never knew what a difference they make. Oh my gosh, the makeup goes on so much smoother. I enjoy it better. I'm using the right tools. The makeup looks better. It's just, brushes do make a difference. All right, so synthetic versus animal hair. Synthetic, of course, is cruelty-free. And of course, I talked about how ours are synthetic with the bamboo. Animal hair, the thing I want to let you know, I just learned that I didn't know this, is first of all, they get split ends, which makes sense because we get split ends with our hair. Actually, I'm sure I have a whole bunch right now, but animal hair bristles get split ends. So when you put that in makeup and you're going to use your makeup on your face, it's kind of scraping your face. And if you don't clean your brushes, by the way, you get old makeup that's caked in there. Sometimes you can see it. That can also be scraping your face just a little bit on the outside. So you don't want that. You don't want to use those kind of brushes, and you want to clean the brushes that you are using. All right. So, but the thing that's really kind of yucky about animal hair brushes that I didn't know is that the animal pelt, which is kind of like the skin and the fur and everything, is usually dipped in pesticide. So if you're using animal hair brushes, there's a high likelihood that they have been dipped in pesticide. And now you're using that on your makeup, in your makeup, and on your face. And you just don't want that. So I highly recommend you think about switching out that animal hair brush. I know it's an investment, but think about going to synthetic brushes. And of course, we have amazing brushes at Lemongrass Spa. So I'll show you that real quick, and then we're going to clean my brushes, which are really dirty. I haven't cleaned them in probably 2 to 3 weeks, so they're going to be a mess. So the one thing I want to show you, and this is my working catalog, what I call it. I take notes all over my catalog. I highly recommend you do that too. Find the one Lemongrass Spa catalog. If you don't have one, I'm happy to mail one to you, or just add it to your next order. That's even the best thing. And they're $1, by the way. But I love, love, love that you can just take notes as you learn about our products in your catalog, and that'll help you remember how to use them, when to use them, what they're for, what skin type it may be. I do it all the time. So this is my working catalog. So you can see I have tons of notes in here about my brushes because we did a training yesterday with Lemongrass Spa. And oh my gosh, the trainings are free in Lemongrass Spa when you're a consultant, and they are amazing. So I wanted to show you the brushes. Here's something I never noticed. It's so funny. I'm a consultant, never noticed. If you notice these brushes right here down the middle, that's the brushes that we offer individually. You can buy them, or we also have an 8-piece brush that is amazing. And in that 8-piece brush, if I can find it, right here, this one little crease brush is only offered, I believe, in the 8-piece collection. So you can't buy that one separately, and I love that. I should have brought that today, but I love the crease brush. But a great way to get our 8-piece brush collection, by the way, is to host a virtual party, and you can get it for half price when your party reaches a certain number of sales, and it's not hard. So let me know if you're interested. You can win this or get it for half price, your 8-piece brush. If you have a high enough party, you could actually get it for free, right? All right, so one thing I want to show you, though, that's so cool, is the the denser, like thicker, dense brushes that are more dense, like this one. They are usually good for liquid, and if you notice, they have a liquid makeup right there. I never noticed that before. That's so cool. This is a dense brush. It has a liquid, if you can see that liquid kind of hanging off that brush there. The more fluffy brushes are used for powders, so that's why we have powders showing. So this kind of gives you a little clue about what the brush might be used for, whether it's liquid or powder, which I think is so cool. I never noticed that. Lemongrass Spa is so smart. But the good thing too is that's just a rule of thumb. You absolutely can use, like this brush is great for using like for powder, like my Sheer Minerals makeup, which I love, my powder foundation, but you can also use it with our liquid foundation. It works great. All you gotta do is clean it though, right? All right, so that's our brushes. Let me turn it over. By the way, a really trick that you can do too, if you have a little thicker brush and you want to use it for something a little bit denser, just squeeze it as you're using it, and you can squeeze it to a point and use it in the, squeeze it for, like if you use it in the crease of your eyes or something like that. If you don't have the right brush, you can always take a thicker one and make it denser and smaller by squeezing it. All right, what else do we have? I think I got everything there. All right, I'm gonna turn my notes over. I'm almost done. All right, so we need to clean our brushes, and what I mean by that is we need to deep clean our brushes with soap and water. right? And of course, face brushes once a month and eye brushes every 2 weeks. It helps prevent acne and bacteria build up on your skin and on your brushes and on your makeup, all of that stuff. Now I have a tip for you. This training yesterday was amazing. I would have never thought about that. All of you know we sell a hand sanitizer, right? We do. It's amazing. I love it. I have it like in my purse. I have it in my house. It's great. And I use it, of course, to sanitize my house, my hands, like after going to the grocery store. I'll get in my car and immediately, sanitize my hands and things like that. It's a great on-the-go little hand sanitizer, but you can use this on your brushes. Oh my gosh, I never thought about it. What she suggested was, say you're using your eye makeup brush, and of course my brushes are dirty. Like I said, I got to clean them. If say you're using a Dazzle eyeshadow, which is my all-time favorite all over lid color, Dazzle. I use it everywhere. And then say I want to go in and use some Amaretto, which has a little gold and little gold flecks and purple. It's beautiful. What you can do is after you do your Dazzle, after you use it and you're done, just kind of wipe it on a towel. Just take a towel like this and wipe it off. And then you can use your hand sanitizer and literally spritz your brush, right? And that'll kind of help you. And then wipe it off on a paper towel or towel, whatever you're using. Get some of that Dazzle off. And then it's still dry and you can use it in your Amaretto. Or it could even be still damp. You can use our eyeshadows wet or dry. Doesn't matter. But that's a great little tip. I never thought about the hand sanitizer. Use it when you're changing colors on your brushes. All right. And there was another one. And the other thing she suggested, which is another great little idea, if your makeup containers get really cruddy, dirty on the outside, like mine do. I don't have another one up here. Let me see. I'll show you one. Mine really do. Here's one. See, that's kind of yucky, right? You can literally take your hand sanitizer and clean the outside. Actually, I would just spray it because there's nothing open. Spray it like that and wipe it down, and it will look all beautiful again, right? All beautiful and clean again. Now, why do you want to do that? Of course, you don't have to, but I don't know about you, but my makeup table, I'm kind of a messy artist. Like I said, when we started, makeup flies everywhere because I like to enjoy myself when I'm playing with my makeup. So you kind of just feel better when your makeup is a little cleaner, your makeup counter is a little cleaner. So every now and then just take out your hand sanitizer and clean the outsides of your makeup, maybe wipe down your makeup counter. Good to go. All right. Cleaning. We are now to cleaning. Now I'm in a really tight spot here. I'm hoping this works out. I've got some water in a little glass bowl, actually 2 of them, one for cleaning, one for dipping for water, and I'm going to try to do this little cleaning thing here. All right, there's a couple of ways you can clean your brushes. One, you can, let me see if I can open up my water. Hang on, give me a second. This is going to be a nightmare this close. I'll put it over here, and let me open this one. Woo! Usually I do this in the bathroom or something, but like I said, we have 8 people in our house, and everyone's in college or it's all college kids plus me and my husband. So of course every room in the house is being used right now for a study area, the computers. Of course I can't go in the bathroom because everyone needs the bathroom, right? So we're just making do in my little cubby hole with some little bowls of water. All right, for your brushes, I highly recommend our Tea Tree and Citrus foaming liquid soap. And I got to tell you, if you haven't tried this soap, it's amazing. It is super popular. It's antibacterial properties. That's why I highly recommend you use the tea tree soap for cleaning your brushes, because of course we know bacteria grows and this is antibacterial. So that's a great reason to grab our soap. I love the foaming liquid. I just love it. It's my favorite, but you can use our prebiotic hand wash too, but I really highly recommend this. So what I would say you could do is take and put some of your soap right here on the top. It foams out and it's kind of rolling off here. You can see it rolling, and take it and put it. And what I would do first is I would probably rub it on a little bit, kind of rub it around, kind of get it in there, really clean, okay? And then what I would say to do is dip it in your water, okay, and swirl it around. Oh, I got too much. You can see, look at my water, check it out. Yep, that's a dirty brush, right? That's a dirty brush. All my brushes need to be cleaned today. I think after this live, I'm gonna go clean them all. Why not? I wonder what color that, I don't know, that's probably cheap blush in there because I love this little angled cheek brush. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. It's angled, so it goes along the planes of your cheeks, your cheekbones. I just love it. All right, so you're just gonna swish it around, and then I don't know if I can do this. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, one-handed. Then you're gonna, of course, you're gonna want to squeeze it out, squeeze out that water, right? Squeeze it out. There we go. All right, and you can see my dirty water. I'll take a picture of that because I told you guys we're gonna have a dirty water challenge. You can even just Wipe it when you get done. You can wipe it on your towel, maybe a paper towel. And of course, I'll probably clean this twice. I'll clean that water out and do it again, because I like when I actually take the time to do my brushes, I want to really clean them well, because I don't want to have to come back a week from now. And then of course, what you're going to want to do after you've done that is you're going to want to like lay it flat to dry. Okay, reshape your brush, make sure it's the same shape as it was, and lay it flat. If you have a countertop, say this is your bathroom counter or wherever you want to clean them, you're going to want to hang your bristles kind of over the side. If that does that make sense? Here, let me see if I can show you. There we go. You're going to want to lay it somewhere like a kitchen sink, kitchen counter, so that your bristles are hanging over the side, because you want them to be exposed to air, and let them kind of, and you want this, you don't want to hang, you don't want to do them up like this, because let me get rid of this. What you don't want is water running down from your brush into your bamboo handle and expanding your bamboo handle, because that will over time not be good for your bamboo handle. You don't want water rolling into that. So, and that's another reason, by the way, when you go to clean your brushes, I kind of forgot to say this, you're just going to want to dip and clean. You don't want to submerge your whole brush, because now your bamboo handle is in water, and water's seeping into the bamboo, making it expand, and you know, all kinds of not good things are happening. It's not, your brush won't last as long, right? So just dip your brushes to clean them. Another way you can do it though, if you don't have any tea tree foaming liquid soap, and you happen to have our tea tree bar soap, which comes in this little great little box, tea tree bar soap, you can literally wet this either with your hand sanitizer or water. So let's see if I can do this. I'll spray it with a hand sanitizer. I'm gonna really spray it down. I just did it with my hand sanitizer, right? And this is of course tea tree bar soap, which you can use on your face. Really great little face cleaner, but you can use it for your brushes, right? And you can literally just scrape it. You can rub it on your bar. And there you go. This will be my second brush clean, and I'm gonna kind of really roll it around because I wanna get it clean. Look at that. You can see it changing color. It's still dirty. That's why I like to clean my brushes twice. And actually, if I weren't doing live, I would do a much better job. I don't want to spend too long on the cleaning part. But that's amazing. Of course, I would dip this in my, not dip, but put it under running water at the sink to clean it off. And then, of course, once you've got your brush going, you're going to want to dip it. And I'm going to use my dirty water again, because that other clean water I'm going to use for something else. But you're going to want to dip it, right? Squeeze it out one-handed. Here we go. This is not the kind of live you want to do with one-handed, right? And then you're going to want to dry it off. And of course, I'm still going to clean this because I just dipped it in dirty water, right? But you're going to want to dry it off and then lay flat to dry. And you're going to want to let it hang off a countertop. Okay, so that's that brush. So you can either clean it like putting a little bit of this on your brush, or you can use your brush and scrape it on your soap, okay? And the other thing is, of course, we have also a sponge, right? We also have a makeup sponge. Mine is dirty. I've been using it a lot. It's crazy. Hi, Lisa. I love this makeup sponge. I use it around my eyes a lot, so I'm going to say clean this one every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, because it definitely, you use it. I use it with my concealers a lot. I use it sometimes with my eyeshadows in the corners of my eyes. So clean it every 2 weeks. And obviously this has not been cleaned. It's probably been 3 weeks at least. So it's very dirty. So the way you clean this is the same thing. You can take it and wet your bar soap with either a hand sanitizer, which I'm kind of liking that idea actually, or water, but you can do it with either one. And you can take your sponge and you can rub it on the soap. Just rub it right there. And I'm not going to do it too much because I'm going to do something kind of fun with my sponge in a minute. But rub it, get the soap in there, and then you're going to run it under running water and squeeze it out, okay? Or you can put our foaming tea tree and citrus foaming liquid soap, put some on it, really squeeze it out under running water and keep squeezing till you don't see makeup. It takes a while to clean this because that makeup gets way into that sponge. When I'm cleaning my sponge, I have to put soap on it like 3 or 4 times and keep squeezing. And then when you're done, you just want it to be damp and you just lay it out on a counter and let it dry, right? If you haven't tried a makeup sponge, ladies, I gotta tell you, well, I've got to say, if you haven't tried our makeup brushes, you really should. They make such a difference in my makeup application. I love them. I never thought a brush made a difference. I just wasn't buying into it. I'm like, no, I don't think it makes a difference. It really does, especially when you use the right brush for the right makeup. This is amazing. This little brush right here, I don't even know what we call this thing. I can't see it. I think it's the liquid, what is that, our foundation? I think it's our foundation brush. No, it's our concealing brush. That's what it is, concealing brush. So, and I do use it. I just don't know the name of it. But you can use this for your your concealer, or this is an amazing little, it's flat. If you can see, it's flat, and you can use this right under your eyes. And of course, if you're using it under eyes, you're going to clean it every 2 weeks. But this is an amazing brush. You can also do foundation with this. I mean, you can use this, all these brushes any way you want, but these brushes really make a difference. But the sponge, if you have larger pores, especially on your nose, like I do, this sponge is amazing. It really helps cover pores. And the way you use it, and I'll do a makeup tutorial another day, but you just dot it. You don't scrape it. It's not like a brush or whatever. Of course, brushes you want to kind of like dot too. You don't want to ever rub or tear your skin. But the makeup sponge, you're just going to literally dot all around your face, and it will really get that makeup on there really beautifully. So I love our sponge. All right, I think there was something else I want to say. Oh, I know what it was. For your sponge, you're going to want to replace that every 3 to 4 months, okay? Now, your brushes, no, they'll last a long, long time. Your brushes are good to go as long as you clean them and take care of them and make sure you don't have bacteria growing. Awesome. But your sponge, it gets deep in that sponge every 3 to 4 months. Now, I have to honestly say, I have not replaced my sponge in probably a year. I don't know. I didn't know I was supposed to replace it yesterday till she told us. I was cleaning it, but I wasn't replacing. So this one's going in the trash today. I'm done. I have another sponge already, in my supply, so I'm going to get that out today. But what I thought would be fun is I'm going to cut this one open and just see what the inside looks like. Now, I don't use my sponge every single day, so I don't know how dirty it'll be. It'll be interesting, but let's just see. She said it might be a fun experiment. I'm like, yeah, this is probably an experiment. Who knows what's growing in my sponge, right? What's growing in your sponge? All right, but I do use it around my eyes, so remember, every 3 to 4 months, replace it, and every 2 weeks, clean it. And you can tell this is dirty, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut open. I'm going to do it in half. Let's see what this thing looks like. Wow, that's really dense. All right, here we go. Let me take a look. I haven't looked yet. Oh, not bad. Oh, yeah. So you can tell I've been cleaning my sponges. Yay! I get an A+++, right? I do clean my sponge. It was just not clean today. Isn't that interesting? Really dense. That's a really dense sponge. Anyway, that makeup sponge is $8. It's worth every penny. I would pay more for it. I love my makeup sponge. All right, so I think that's it. And remember, when you dry your brushes, you want to lay them flat. Make sure you reshape them first back into the shape they're supposed to be, and then lay them flat and hang them over a counter so that the bristles are exposed to air. You don't want water running into your bamboo handle. That's important. All right, well, that's all I want to say. I'm going to take a picture when I'm done of my dirty makeup water. That was one brush, ladies. Holy moly, I'm going to clean brushes today. So I challenge you to clean your brushes this week and post a picture in the comments below this video of either your water, if you're doing it that way, or maybe you use a paper towel. You might clean it on that, or maybe on just a regular towel like this. Make it white so we can see your makeup. Or we also offer a microfiber cloth now, and you could literally use that too for your makeup brushes. So that's all I really had. I think I got everything. I just want to show you the awesome makeup brushes we have. They're right here. We do sell an 8-piece set. That's really great. It's a good value. I think you save $42. $42 when you buy the 8-piece set. It is $52 to buy it, and you save $42. That's insane. Or you can host a party and get that 8-piece set for half price if you have a high enough party, which I'm probably sure you would. But I love that they show us which brushes are used for powders, which ones are for kind of like liquids. But like I said, that's just a little rule of thumb. You can use your brush however you want, in whatever makeup you want. But I just want to encourage you to invest in a good set of brushes that are synthetic, not animal hair. You don't want that. I'm just proud that we are cruelty-free in all of our makeup. And then the other thing is just have fun. Take your brushes, be a messy artist, play. You have time right now to play around with some looks, do that. That's really gonna be fun. Try some new makeup, try some new foundation. And I'll talk about makeup another day because we have like 3 different foundations you can use, and everyone's like, which one do you use? You can literally use any of them, but there's little tips I can give you for which one may work better for you if you're wondering about that. But whatever you do, whatever foundation you're using, use the right brush to apply it, or the right sponge, which mine's cut in half now. I almost feel like I need to have, feel really bad about that. I'm like, oh, that's been a great little makeup sponge for me. Love that. I'll miss that sponge, but I've got my trusty new one in back supply, right? Are ready to go. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the makeup brush tutorial. I hope you learned a little bit about cleaning your brushes, why you need to clean them, how often you need to clean them, and you know, just have fun, play in your makeup, and clean your brushes. All right. Thanks, ladies. Thanks for joining me. Bye.